Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Adventures in Gaming. Today's episode, where we are talking about cartoons that were made from games, or games that got turned into cartoons, we should say, right? Some of our favorite cartoons that we watched or we didn't watch, because there's some that I definitely did miss.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, there was a lot. There was a few that I just saw a list and I was like, wow, we'll get to those as well. But we want to start with some of the ones that we really appreciated and really grew up watching. Of course, Saturday morning cartoons for me was like the epitome of, like, I don't know, that's like the epitome of my life right there back as a kid. So
Yes.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot. One of my favorites. I mean, we're kind of out of order here, but I'll start with one of my favorites. The first video I have right here is Double Dragon. So if anyone remembers, the Double Dragon cartoon was phenomenal. So we'll start this with, we play the intro here. We'll just play the intro, pause it, we'll talk about it, all that stuff, and we'll go from there, because there's a lot of these. This is like ultimate nostalgia unlock right now.
Yeah, that's good. I'm looking forward to it.
Right, let's go.
Be a dragon, you gotta be strong. Humble, never bragging. Always fight for right, battling wrong with the power of the dragon.
This is great. Yeah, I remember they had the bikes. This is the theme song from the NES.
Dude, this looks so good.
It does.
Never intentionally harm.
Pure 80s and 90s action right here.
I know, right?
How did I never notice that Dragon Master kind of looks like the Tick?
Yeah. Only if they have that in the game. Yes. Double Dragon, bro. I'll
Man.
pause it. There we go.
Yeah. I gotta tell you,
Oh,
man,
man.
as much as I love the Double Dragon video games, until we talked about this a couple weeks ago, I did not know there was a cartoon, and I'm very ashamed of myself
Yeah?
for knowing that.
Yeah, man. I loved Double Dragon as a kid, but the cartoon, cartoon was phenomenal, man. There was just so much stuff. Like back then, man, the cartoons were just, they added so much stuff. It was just so good. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know what I mean? It was like this whole, I mean, being in the games as much as I was as a kid,
Mhm.
it was being able to watch the cartoon was just even more better. Like it was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And it was actually one of the better of the, well, I think all the cartoons were great, but it was one of the better cartoons, I think, for me. I think. At least that's what I would think anyway.
Yeah.
For me, it was really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and find it and try to check it out so I can watch it, because like I said,
Oh, yeah,
I
you
totally
definitely
missed it.
should. I'm pretty sure they got all the episodes on there somewhere. I'm pretty sure you can find.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, yeah. That was really good. Yeah, what's, let me see, get next on the playlist here.
Yeah.
So we got your next one on the playlist here coming up.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out why that's coming through on my end.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I hear it.
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get
Yes.
fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call
I used to love this.
We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked.
Yeah.
Brothers.
This is fantastic. Fun fact, they have this song in the Mario movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they pay a lot of homage to the Mario franchise in the movie.
Nice.
Yes, I love this. God, what was your favorite Mario? If you have one,
As far as games, Super Mario
your favorite game.
3 was really good. Super Mario World I also really liked, just because it was like so much bigger. That, you know what I mean? Super Mario 3, like, oh, this is great, and then Super Mario World came around.
Oh yeah. So my favorite has to be Mario 2. I don't know why. I just have I don't know why. A lot of people don't like Mario 2. I do. I mean, I loved all the Marios. Don't get me wrong, but Mario 2 just was my
Yeah.
favorite. I don't know why. I spent a lot of time with that damn game.
Yeah, it was good. I remember playing that with my sister too. And she, like, I went to bed earlier, and she got to some world that we couldn't get to before, and we were talking about she's talking about the whales in the snow land. I was like, wait, what the heck? What? So yeah, man, it was
Yeah.
some good times with that game.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of fun times. Mario, like yeah, but because of that though, they had three. Yeah, my son says like him, he loves Mario. It's like we have like there were three Mario cartoons. There was that one. There was Super Mario 3, the cartoon, and then Super Mario World, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Which, well, they were all good though. They were all like fantastic. Like it was just the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
I Mario's fantastic.
yeah, and the Mario cartoon was great because you got the live action sections with Captain Lou Albano as Mario, and I don't know who played Luigi. And then on
A lot of people, I remember a lot of people they post that meme of Ron Jeremy as Mario.
yeah, right, yeah. And then on Fridays, you got I think what's coming up next is The Legend of Zelda. They'd have every Friday was the Legend of Zelda episode.
Yes, so we're going to get into that one because I was a big Zelda nerd as well. Still am a Zelda nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me twisted. But yes, the Zelda cartoon was phenomenal. as a kid.
Yeah. Oh,
Excuse me, princess.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I know. I took my parents crazy saying that.
Oh yes,
This is the Triforce of Wisdom, Link.
and of course the music.
Wizard
Oh, yeah.
and has the Triforce of Power.
This will get you right in the feels right here of nostalgia.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whoever gets both Triforces will rule this.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites.
Just help me, Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
And they made Link into such a simp.
Oh yeah.
Nice job.
But the video game sounds, did you hear that? It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, shooting the sword and
that was
everything.
so great.
Princess.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Zelda, I mean, it's Zelda. What can you say?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I think of the cartoons was Legend of Zelda every Friday.
Oh, yeah. And it was, yeah, you're right. It was every Friday, funny enough.
Yeah, I
That
think,
was,
I think that made it a little
Friday.
more special too, because it's like, oh man, I only get this once a week, but I get Mario every day. Okay, well, so they just added.
oh, right. That was the main ones, Mario and then Zelda. Like that was the best thing in the world. That was my first one. Yeah, my boy, he loves. Yeah, every time I say Mario, he has to come over. He loves Mario.
nice.
He's just recently into Mario, so he's a whole new world for him though
Oh,
to
yeah.
see because he's that's his guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zelda, man, like I wish there would be more. I wish they would have done more with the cartoon though, or there was
Mhm.
never any more done with it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Which brings up my next thing. The thing I'm going to bring up is this cartoon, Captain N and the Game Master.
Oh, my absolute favorite,
Dude,
hands down.
one of my favorite hands down because it had multiple universes in it. It had Zelda, it had Link in it too. Sometimes it had it had Castlevania in there. It had Metroid. It had like Punch Out in there.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like a Nintendo video game. That's all it really
Yeah.
was. Not video game, but cartoon.
Yeah.
Like a big advertisement for Nintendo, and it was but I loved it. How can you not love something like that?
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
the greatest
I mean,
thing ever.
Yeah, I found out about so many other games just from this. Like they talk about Faxanadu in there and a couple other ones. I'm like, oh, what? I gotta try to find this now.
Right? Yeah, dude. Like it was fantastic. Hold on, I'm gonna restart that. But yeah, it was fantastic, man. I remember when I first discovered this. When I first discovered this cartoon, I just remember like they have a cartoon,
Yeah.
like with all the Nintendo characters. Like, come on, man. How can you not love that?
Yeah, I know. He like
Here we're gonna play this one. Oh yeah, man. Let's see.
Welcome
There we go.
to Videoland.
Oh yeah, Castlevania, Metroid, Donkey Kong.
yeah. Good old Mega Man with his crazy voice.
Nicholas?
I know.
Welcome to Castlevania.
Oh yeah, Kid Icarus,
Simon Belmont.
Belmont. Mother Brain.
Under siege.
Mother Brain was, I don't know why she talked like that.
Warp
Yeah.
This was great.
Kevin, I thought I told you to clean up your room.
This is how I wanted my room to be when I was a kid. I just wanted to have this whole thing, just sit and play Nintendo all day.
Yeah, this was goals, man.
Captain N, the
And he gets the holster with like the controller on the belt buckle.
Yeah, I love that.
So cool growing up. Man.
That's fantastic. That was so cool. That, yeah, hands down, one of the best cartoons ever. I don't care. I recently just had my son try to watch it, and he actually really liked it. But
Nice.
I mean, come on, what can you know? Hands down, it's like one, like I said, one big Nintendo advertisement.
Yeah, yeah.
That's, I mean, yeah, you can't get better than that. But you said you watched this one too, right? This
Yeah,
was,
yeah. This was probably my number one.
Yeah.
Like when we talked about cartoons, it was like it's gonna be this is number one, and then Super Mario Brothers is number two that I wanted to talk about, just because this was. I mean, like I said, it was just so good.
Yeah.
Like it brought all of Nintendo together. You know, it was
Oh, yeah.
a big Nintendo commercial, kind of like The Wizard was for a movie, but as a TV show, I got to watch every week. And like I said, it
Yes.
introduced me to a lot of different games. Like I knew about Kid Icarus, but this made me want to like try to beat it because that game, the first level of that game is hard.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of hate with Kid Icarus. I don't think I've played it in a very long time. I don't know if I plan to. Well, I might now that I talk about it, but
Yeah.
I would love to. Yeah, that was yeah. Kid Icarus was wow. It was really hard. Castlevania was too, and I remember
Yeah.
being. I mean, I've always been a big Castlevania fan too, but I remember all through my younger years playing the Castlevania games, and I've never finished those
Oh,
old
yeah,
games
me
until I
neither.
got older.
Yeah. I think the only one I
Not
beat,
once.
like, the only one I beat as like when it could be considered new-ish was probably Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that's a good one. A fun fact about that, you know, that's actually kind of like a direct or indirect sequel to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, I think I maybe knew that, but not. I couldn't have told you that if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just like, I didn't know that until like a few years ago, but yeah, that was Castlevania Bloodlines was really fun. Mine is Symphony of the Night. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Always will be. I love that game.
I still
Right.
have not played that, and I know that's a sin. And I have it. I have it to play. I just haven't, and I might actually do that on stream. That might be my next stream game.
There you go. Castlevania Symphony of the Night definitely should. I mean, one of the best. It's labeled as one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, for a reason, you know.
Oh yeah.
So the next one though we got coming up. I think it was a pick of mine. I used to love this cartoon. I don't know if you've seen Mega Man cartoon. Have you?
I remember it, but I'm remembering it. Maybe I'm remembering more of an anime.
Well, okay,
And I
yeah.
don't-
So
and I don't know
the
if
thing
that's-
is, I think there were two Mega Man cartoons, right? And now the second one, I can't remember what it was called, but the
Yeah.
first one, I think hopefully this is the first one. I pulled it up and like there was one in the 80s, and then I think I don't know what the second one was called, Maverick Hunter X or Mega Man. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was something weird, but I didn't watch that one.
yeah.
But this is the one I watched here, so this is my favorite one.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I do remember this now that I'm seeing this. I don't think I
Oh,
watched it,
dude.
but it looks. This again, this is like Double Dragon. I'm gonna have to go back and watch these.
Oh yeah. The intros and just the music to these was just so badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the stuff because I loved Mega Man and I hated it Mega Man at the same time
Yeah.
because I don't think I ever finished a Mega Man game when I was that young.
Oh yeah, they were hard. I never did.
Yeah,
I think the first one I
sucked
ever
at
finished
'em.
was Mega Man X, maybe on the Super Nintendo. The old ones I never did.
yeah, exactly. I think I really got really good into Mega Man when I hit SNES when I was doing Mega Man X.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, this looks cool, man. You got the Mavericks and everything.
What's that?
So this looks cool. You got the Mavericks he's fighting and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and check that one out.
Yeah, that one's cool. Yeah, that one's a cool one. I loved it. I loved that one. That was a favorite. I didn't watch it as much as some of the other ones,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
definitely a favorite. I love Mega Man.
that's cool. Yeah, I'm thinking of the ones I might have been thinking of. I couldn't tell if it was like a newer show that looked more like an anime, or if I'm thinking of like just cutscenes from one of the newer Mega Man games.
You might be thinking of the newer cartoon, not newest, but the second one that came out. I think it was only two that I remember, at least I think, right?
Yeah,
And I remember it looked a little bit more anime-ish. At least that's what I remember. I could be wrong, but it was I didn't watch that one though. But it was I mean I think I was a little older by the time I got out of cartoons. By the time I got older, so I was just like I didn't care about that one too much.
yeah.
but yeah, that one. Geez, man, that's a fun one. Mega Man, but Mega Man games are always fun because they were hard as shit though. Like I've never finished a Mega Man game when I was younger,
Yeah, me neither.
ever. I think God, I remember the last one I remember because I still remember the commercial somehow, but I remember Mega Man 4. And I remember like this commercial. I was like, oh, I got to get it. And I couldn't beat it. I was like, I don't want this game anymore. I quit playing it because I sucked at it so
funny.
bad.
Yeah, funny story. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I got a funny story about Mega Man. My grandma, I grew up in Colorado, and she lived in California. So at the time, she's like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I want Mega Man." And God love her, she went to the store and got me a video game that was called Mag Max, which is not Mega Man. And I don't want to talk crap about any video games, but it was decidedly not Mega Man. And I mean, I played it, and I think I was very thankful for it because I mean, you know what I mean. Like, I'm a kid, you know. I got to take what I get. It was bought with love. I understand that, but it was just
yeah.
Well, then I'm like, Mega Man's gonna be great. Oh, what is this? It's called
Yeah, I think we all have stories like that because my grandma's done that to me before too.
Yeah, and it was like MAG Max. I think I gotta look that up. It was
really. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that one. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah, I've had some stuff like that too. I'm like, I want this game or this CD, and my grandma would go around asking for something completely out of it. Like, just yeah, that's fantastic. That's a great story because my grandma's done that. I think I'm trying to remember what game she's done it for me too, because I'm pretty sure I used to ask her. I think it was but she ended up getting the right game, I think. But I remember funny story. Speaking of Castlevania, it was Castlevania Bloodlines, I remember.
Yeah.
And for Sega Genesis, and I was like, hey, like this is when you went to go. This is when Blockbuster was around. So she used to be. I used to every time I would go over to her house on the weekend, she would rent me a game on Friday for whatever system I had, and then I returned it on Sunday morning. So I rented a video game like every weekend. And I just remember during the summer, though, I could keep it for longer. And I just told her, I said, hey, I want can you rent me a game? I want Castlevania Bloodlines. Yeah. He's like, yeah, fine, whatever. So, all right. So she goes, and I guess she went and asked for Castlevania Bloodiness or something. I don't know. It was just something weird. And she had to like call me from Blockbuster, like, hey, what is this game that you want? Yeah. I'm like, oh, Castlevania Bloodlines. Like, you know, yeah. Oh,
my bad. I do that. That might be me. Hold on. I left the chat.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, and I left that just for a second to show you. I sent you a link to that game that you got.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. No problem. I don't know why that does that. It's weird. I'll edit it out. It's
damn,
cool.
I kind of wish I would have it now. It's worth $350 on eBay, apparently.
Woo! Yeah, one of those classics. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. You shit. You'd be surprised how much some of that's worth to people, especially games those type of games.
Yeah.
But I think this next one is your pick as well, right?
It is. Yeah. This is Earthworm Jim. It's another one that I knew about, and I really liked the games because the games were just off the wall comedy, hilarious, like just irreverent, and very much my jam at the time. And but I knew of the cartoon, but it's again, I didn't seek it out enough to be able to watch it. I don't know like when it came on, what channel it was, but I knew about it. I just never had a chance to watch too much of it.
I can't remember. I think I do remember watching the Earthworm Jim cartoon, not a lot, but I think it actually came like on like Fox Kids, like like the afternoon after school cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Or something. Don't hold me to that. I don't remember. That was been.
I got you.
Years ago.
Yeah. I'm not going to hold you to anything.
Yeah.
Come on, but then we just jump in the pool. So we didn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Earthworm Jim. I didn't watch the cartoon as much. I do remember it though. But like Earthworm Jim, the game was it was hard. I remember. Funny enough, I think it was last week during one of my day streams, I actually played Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I just saw it and I was like, maybe I should try to go back and play it. And I still sucked at it. It's still hard. I mean, I knew where to go more when I was a kid. When you get older, and you play these old ass games, you're like, damn, like how did I know how to play this? I don't know what I'm doing.
It's because you're trying to make sense of it, and as a kid, you don't have to make sense of anything, and you just feel your way through it.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Yeah, it was something, dude. I like I said, the games. I mean, they were still fun. They were pretty nasty too. I remember there was one level in Earthworm Jim where you were traveling through a world of snot or something. It was like you were fighting boogers and like snot, and I was just like, like you know, yeah, that was a pretty good one. I loved Earthworm Jim,
Yeah.
but didn't watch the cartoon as much, right? But it was. I do remember it though. I think my cousin used to love one of those. One of my cousins, I used to go sit with him all the time, and I think he watched Earthworm Jim. I think he loved Earthworm Jim a lot.
Yeah.
So now this next one, funny enough, this one got a lot of comparisons to Ninja Turtles. I mean, rightfully so, but it's Battletoads. And I remember I've always loved Battletoads. Battletoads is one of the games that I've had that was close to my heart when I was a kid. I actually recently just streamed Battletoads and Battlemaniacs on SNES like 2 weeks ago or something. Like fantastic games. All that cartoon wasn't as big as into it, but I remember watching it here and there, and it was a pretty fun one to watch. So I don't know. Have you ever seen Battletoads cartoon?
No, it's another one. Like you've come up with some bangers because it's like I loved Battletoads. I loved the Battletoads like and Double Dragon team up. Like, and I did not know until 2 minutes ago that there was a cartoon.
yeah. So it was like they have like a whole origin story. But yeah, this one's one of my favorites too here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and get this too.
Oh, you should.
And I still have a crush on the Evil Queen. I don't care what you say.
Oh yeah, I did too. She was hot. She was hot, dude.
Oh man, yeah, it's just like the game. This is great.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. Battletoads. I love this.
I love the like surf wax Americana vibe to it.
I know, right? Battletoads.
Nice.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, that's another one I can find because that looks fantastic.
Yeah, you definitely should. It's really awesome. Like I was saying earlier, I think like I might have got the story mixed up, but I'm pretty sure the Battletoads were human before they or something like that before they were told. I can't remember the story, but like, yeah, I mean, like I said, the games. I was a huge Battletoad fan. I've had every Battletoads game, and I just like streamed Battletoads and Battlemaniacs the week before last, and then last week I streamed Battletoads and Double Dragon, and that game was hard. All Battletoads are hard as hell though.
Mm-hmm.
So the Battletoads Double Dragon pissed me off because I got my ass kicked in the first level, dude. Like it was hard.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, that's one of those ones I was better at as a kid because I went back and played it during Beat 'em Ups February last year, and like, I just like I got owned. I was like, wait a minute, I used to be halfway good at this, and I just got my ass kicked first level.
Yeah, like I was like, wow, like I couldn't believe how hard that was. Battletoads Battlemaniacs had to probably be my main favorite. I loved Battlemaniacs. That one, I mean, it was still hard though, but that one was the easier, I think, of all the Battletoads. The newer Battletoads games sucked.
Yeah, I did that for Beat 'em Ups February as well, and like was like sorely disappointed once it became not a beat 'em up. I was like, I'm playing every other genre right now. I'm not like this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, like I was super happy we got another Battletoads. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I play it and I'm just like, what is this crap? Like it's a beat 'em up, but I'm like, I don't know. They made the Toads look really ugly. Yes.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's a top-down shooter and then it's a strategy game. I'm like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want in my Battletoads. Just give me my straight up action with a couple like speed bike levels, you know?
Yeah, I was hopeful because, you know, they not remade, but they brought back Streets of Rage, which you know, I was a huge Streets of Rage fan, so they got Streets of Rage 4. So I'm like, oh, okay, Battletoads, that'd be lovely. They've been, you know, and then they had like like a resurgence of these beat 'em ups, like the River City games.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's play that. It sucked. I'm like, I don't know why.
Yeah, because River City Girls and River City Girls 2 so far, I love them. Phenomenal. Streets of Rage 4 was great.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 was fantastic. Yeah, man. I
Double Dragon a few years ago was good, and they got a new one coming out too.
Oh, so speaking of Double Dragon, because we from the video earlier, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but Double Dragon 4, I hated. I did not like it. It was the one that came out for, I don't know, I think it was on all platforms, but Double Dragon Neon I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Gamma and I played Neon. I think on stream we streamed it, and it was really good.
Neon was pretty much a reboot, I guess you could say. I really liked it though. I loved it. I loved the music, how they redid all the music, like it was the same music but like redone.
Yeah. And
like the what was the other one? The one that came after Neon was really bad though. It just wasn't really good.
I don't know that I know.
I'm pretty sure it was just called Double Dragon 4. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But I'll have to show you a link afterwards though, and we'll bring it up. But yeah, you said the new one coming out is Double Dragon Gaiden.
Yeah,
I never say that. That looks really awesome. I'm seeing this resurgence in like beat 'em ups ever since the Shredder's Revenge came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm happy for this because I would love to be able to play some of these games.
Yeah.
Double Dragon, the only Double Dragon game that I would think really sucked the most, it was Super Double Dragon. I liked it, but I hate it. Like it was really slow. I don't know if you ever played Super Double Dragon.
No, I missed that one.
Oh, dude, that was something. That was like it was good. It looked really good. The music was good, but like it was super slow. It was hard. It was a hard game to play too. It was just really wonky. Like it's one of those games that as a kid I played better, but
yeah,
playing it now, it's like no. But Battletoads, definitely give up some props for Battletoads though, because everybody wanted to have that double team game of Double Dragon and Battletoads. I was glad they did it because everybody was like, man, that'd be cool if Battletoads and Double Dragon would like do something, and sure enough we got it. So yeah, Battletoads was awesome. The next one though, all of us know, I don't know if you've seen the Mortal Kombat cartoon.
Again, this is one of those ones that I knew about it, but I forgot about it. And then, like I said, once you showed me like a couple pictures, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember this, and I don't know why I didn't watch this.
This was during the whole big Mortal Kombat craze. Like I still am to a degree, but back then I was a huge Mortal Kombat nerd back then. I was a little older, so of course I didn't always watch a lot of cartoons as much, but I watched this one like crazy because I remember Mortal Kombat like 1 and then Mortal Kombat 2 comes out and they're like a Mortal Kombat tour. It was just all kinds of stuff. But this one was a little bit of cartoon that came out when I was older, but I loved it. It's a fantastic cartoon. I mean, I don't know why. I think everybody loved Mortal Kombat because of the fatalities.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing that made it famous. But remember, Mortal Kombat is the game that actually made the ESRB exist.
That and Night Trap, they said, nope, we got to do something about these.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, we got the Mortal Kombat cartoon coming up here.
As much as my buddies and I love Mortal Kombat, I didn't watch this very much. I don't know why.
Much has changed since the last.
Oh yeah, I loved this.
Forces of Outworld have begun invading the Earth realm. These attacks are seriously weakening Earth's dimensional fabric, enabling not only Outworlders to enter the Earth realm, but warriors from other domains as well. Only the most extraordinary warriors could possibly meet this challenge. Liu Kang, Princess Kitana, Sub-Zero.
She was hot.
Oh yeah.
Sonya Blade. Nightwolf. Kiva. Curtis Stryker. Driven by purpose and bound.
Forgot about Stryker.
He was so bad. I don't think anybody played Stryker.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know if anybody ever played Stryker at all.
Yeah. Let us know if you were a Stryker main back in the day.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't a Stryker main at all. that was, I didn't like him at all. I think he was probably one of the worst characters, at least for me. There might be somebody out there like, hey, yeah, that one was pretty fun. I watched that every now and again as I was getting older. It was around that time when I got older, I started getting out of the cartoon phase. But like, I loved Mortal Kombat. That was I've had every Mortal Kombat that's ever released. So like, it's that was me back then. I was at the arcade back when arcades were a thing,
Mm-hmm.
playing Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat was like the game where that was the only time I've seen people line up at the arcade
Yeah.
machine
Yeah.
and put their quarters up
Mhm,
on
put 'em on the screen.
Yeah, waiting for next. Like
Yeah.
I just remember that shit. Like in that was the old school King of the Hill. Like that was, you beat someone, you keep the sticks, and then you gotta
Mhm.
challenge the and nobody fought. Nobody was
Oh, yeah.
BS. People
yeah.
were just people were just waiting in line, putting their quarters up.
Mhm.
It's you lost. Hey, get moving, man.
That's
That
right.
was
Yeah, go to the back of the line, put your quarter up again, and get in line.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a fun cartoon too. I just remember. I mean, it didn't. Of course, it was a kids' cartoon, so it didn't really have like the fatalities. But
Yeah.
but it was still pretty cool because you would still see some of those in there.
Mhm.
Like, but they would just tone it down. It wasn't bloody. It wasn't dismemberment. Of course, obviously.
Right.
But it was that was a fun one. Mortal Kombat. And now they just got the new Mortal Kombat 1 that's coming out, which is pretty much the second reboot of Mortal Kombat. So
Yeah.
hey, but of course, it looks pretty good. I'm actually going to snag it. Hopefully, I haven't played a lot of fighting games in a long time, so I wouldn't mind playing that one again.
Nice.
But looks like we got the next one is for you, man. What is your next one here?
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah,
So
nice.
this is another one of those where it's like I knew about it. I think it was a little bit, like we said, a little bit later when I was getting out of the cartoon phase.
Yeah.
But like I love Donkey Kong. I have a Donkey Kong tattoo. So it's like I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't watch this, but I knew about it, and so I wanted to throw it in here just to see if anybody else had known about it or watched it, and I might go back and check it out. It's also computer, like the CGI animation that I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, Donkey Kong. I don't think I've watched this one, but I'm pretty sure there's an old Donkey. That might not be true. I don't know. The computer animation, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, I didn't watch that one either. Funny enough, I don't think. I didn't know that one. I was sitting here thinking, like, was there an old Donkey Kong game cartoon that like I missed? And I'm like, oh yeah, duh. It was because you were watching Captain N and the Game Master.
Right, yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they were, and that's why what I thought. But yeah, I mean, that was a good one. I never knew that existed.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was okay. I watched it a couple times, but didn't watch it a whole lot, and just because of the animation style.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I need to go watch that one now because there's a few that I need to watch. But let me see something here. Okay, so the next one though, this is a recent one, right?
Yeah.
This one is actually my favorite, right? This is Castlevania, the animated series that was on Netflix just recently, a few years ago.
Yeah.
They had 3 seasons, I believe. So that was the end of it. But then, come to find out, there's a new Castlevania series coming. So what they're essentially doing is basing it off of all the characters because it's not just Simon Belmont. So like.
Yeah.
Or Trevor, or like there's different Belmonts. So this whole Castlevania season, all 3 seasons were pretty much about the first Belmont. And then they'll,
Right.
Richter. Then they're going to base it on like
Yeah,
Richter.
Richter
So
and all that.
this one was fantastic. Have you watched this one?
I've watched the first, I think, 2 seasons. Maybe is the third the new one, or is there a fourth one?
I think there's only 3. I'm pretty sure.
So I've seen the first 2, and this one not Saturday morning kids. So yeah, make sure your kids are a little older if you go back and watch this with them.
Yeah, viewer discretion is advised for sure. If this, I can't remember what this intro is, but
It's really fucking good.
But the show, fantastic show. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gory. It's Castlevania lore. It's gory. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and just rewatch this. It's been a little bit.
Oh, you definitely should. I wouldn't mind rewatching it. I just love how dark it was. It really gave you the feel of what Castlevania should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really appreciated this because now we actually get the whole story and the lore, how it all happens, and just watching it. like I was like, oh man, I didn't realize how much Castlevania lore I knew.
Yeah, and it also like made me realize like maybe appreciate the game so much more, because as you go through the games, like, oh, I'm just playing a video game, but then as a kid you do that, but as an adult you go through and like you said, pick up on the lore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man,
and it was like, man,
yeah, it gave me a whole new appreciation for them, especially the later games.
yeah, exactly. It just makes me wonder how far they're going to go, because I think the next one, the next season is going to be based off of Richter Belmont, which is another favorite. So, which I'm very excited about. So I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. I mean, it looked good, it played good, and you got Alucard, who was one of my favorites, of course, from Symphony of the Night. So the music is in there, like that stuff is phenomenal, bro. Like, I can't stress enough. Go watch Castlevania if you haven't. I mean, I haven't watched really any like cartoons or like animated shows in like years. But when I heard Castlevania was coming out, I was like, bro, I have to watch this.
Oh yeah.
And I was not disappointed, especially if you're a fan of Castlevania. If you wanted, and if you're looking for something like dark and in that world, like watch it. It's you know, it's great. They got the new season coming up, so you should definitely check that one out. The next one though is another one of mine. I didn't watch a lot, right? But I was actually a fan of the animated movie, which was Street Fighter, right?
Yeah,
So-
I remember the movie.
Yeah, the Street Fighter
mainly-
animated movie
Yeah,
was
mainly because a young kid, and you might get to see
Chun-Li.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, we got to see some boobs.
Yeah, Chun-Li scene, man. We were like, oh yeah, that was fantastic. Oh yeah, but that, you know, speaking of that scene, before we start, that scene right after that scene, that was probably one of the best fight scenes in that movie,
Mhm.
where Chun-Li was fighting Vega. Like that was
Yeah.
that was a dope scene for me. I don't know. It was just, I love that movie. And yeah, so the cartoon, of course, the animated series I wanted to watch. So
Yeah.
it was like, you know, I don't know, but this one I didn't watch a lot of, which I should probably.
Yeah, I'm the
So-
same about like I don't even know if I knew that this was a thing. I knew of the movie, but I didn't know that there was a show until much later on, and I never went back and
Yeah, exactly. I didn't either. It was kind of like on par with how on par with the Mortal Kombat series, you know. Let me see. There we go.
Greatest martial artists in the world travels the global tournament circuit, using it to conceal his top secret mission as leader of an elite group of international crime fighters known only by their code name, Street Fighter. The heroic man beast, hard-kicking fighting machine, Chun-Li.
Ken and Ryu.
Amazing warriors ever seen have joined forces with Guile to combat the criminal empire of Shadaloo and its superhuman leader, Bison. They have their own code of honor, discipline, justice,
So cheesy.
and together they will triumph against.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this.
You and me both.
I don't know why, but it's giving me like G.I. Joe meets Captain Planet vibes.
I got another one to show you as well, but yeah, that one I didn't really watch too much. But the reason why I'm bringing this one up is because there was a video game of it. So I don't necessarily know I can't remember which one came first, but you're going to see when I drop it in there, and I got to talk about it. But it's the Rambo animated cartoon.
I
don't know if you've ever heard of this.
No, I did not. Wait, did I?
You know, yeah,
Maybe I did. It's like
there was a Rambo animated series.
I think I've relegated this to the part of my brain that it's that show, and then I don't know if you remember Pro Stars.
Yes,
that was like
I was just
Michael
gonna say-
Jordan, Bo Jackson, and Wayne Gretzky.
Yes, I love
think
that cartoon.
It's in the same part of the brain with that. I love that cartoon.
Yeah, I loved Pro Stars. I was just telling my wife about this probably like a few weeks ago. Like Pro Stars,
That's
bro.
funny, man.
Like this is the stuff. This is the epitome of real loving cartoons. back then.
Finally,
Like,
somebody else has heard of that show. I keep talking about it. People are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, I swear it's real.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. I swear it's real because they had like a New Kids on the Block cartoon too. Like they had like all kinds of weird stuff back
yeah.
then. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, but here's this one. This one was Rambo. I'm a Rambo head.
That's funny.
And I
Violent
just-
as Rambo is. They made a show for kids. That's great.
Dude, they did the same thing with Chuck Norris and like Mr. T.
I guess
Like,
really these are all just to
they're-
sell toys, sell action figures, you know.
Oh yeah. They even have the music in his 12-pack abs.
Oh yeah. Was this Stallone doing the voice, or did I get somebody else?
Forces of
I think it was somebody else. Yeah.
peace-loving people of the world. There's only one man to call. Get me Rambo. From the canyons of skyscrapers to the canyons of remote mountain peaks, Liberty's champion is unstoppable. Rambo, helped by the mechanical genius
God, I love this cartoon.
master of the
Oh man, I lost connection.
cat.
There it is. We're going back. Okay.
Of the innocent, Rambo, the force of freedom.
The Force of Freedom. I'm gonna have to go back and check that one out too. Man, you got some bangers today, man.
Oh yeah, you definitely should check it out, man. I have another one too, but speaking of that one, like I said, I was a huge fan of Rambo, and when I tell you, I can tell you every bit of Rambo history. Like it's insane. Like I just remember I saw Rambo 2 first, whereas Rambo 1 came out before I was born.
Yeah.
So like I didn't see First Blood Part 1. So like, but I remember I've seen First Blood Part 2 on TV once, and like I was just allowed to actually watch it. Like my mom was like, "Hey," it would come on TV for some odd reason, like late at night every once in a while. Like, so I'd be able to stay up and I'd watch it. And then my dad, when I was a kid, took me on my birthday to go see Rambo 3 in theaters. So like, I had like everything. I had like the Rambo like bazooka headband. Like, I had all that shit. I was a Rambo nut. But yeah, so that one was a cool one. Now this one is really weird because obviously this was a movie first. This was a movie first, but then they turned it into a game, and then they turned it into a cartoon. So I just kind of put that in there because I imagine why not, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But this one is for
Oh,
this one is
yes.
for Karate Kid.
Yes.
I love Karate Kids. I mean, to this day, I still love Cobra Kai. So.
Oh yeah, dude. I do too, man.
Oh yeah. R.I.P. Pat Morita, man.
Yes, dude. If I got a story after we watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just about how not to break news to somebody. I'll tell you in a minute.
And they made Miyagi look so good.
Yeah.
I loved this cartoon.
This is one of those ones that's like I watched it, but I need to go back and watch it again because I don't remember a lot from it.
Hell yeah. Karate Kid. Of course, Mr. Miyagi's old ass couldn't be doing that, all that shit. Like, ain't no way in hell his old ass gonna be hanging from a helicopter.
That's right.
That was some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. So there's this one day I'm working, and I get a call from my buddy, and I'm working, so I can't answer it. And he just leaves a voicemail and goes, "Hey man, did you hear who died?" And then that's it. And so it's like on my break, I go listen to that. I'm like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "Oh gosh, who died?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like,
oh yeah.
4 hours later, I get off work. I'm like, "Dude, what? Dave, who died?" He's like, "Yeah, man, Mr. Miyagi." I was like, "Oh, that really sucks because he's one of my heroes and I love him. But man, I thought you were talking about like a family member or one of our friends. Like, don't do that, bro."
Yeah.
Like, don't just say, "Did you hear who died?" and then hang up. Like, tell somebody.
Oh yeah, right. Tell somebody. Yeah, because I feel you on that one because watching Cobra Kai, like watching Cobra Kai, and they have those moments about Mr. Miyagi. I get teary eyed.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude, me too.
I cry. The one that really got me the most was the one where he was reading Mr. Miyagi's like final letters, and like he was just reading to him. He was like, "You make me feel like a grandfather." I was just like, "No!"
Yeah.
I bawled. I was like, "No, why? Why are you tugging at my heartstrings like that's
right,
not cool?"
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Right? I'm like, "Come on, bro." So I'll tell you this really quick. I won't put them all in there because it's kind of weird. This came out before I was born. It was something I never really got. Well, it came out like a year before I was born. I never got to really watch all of them. It ran for like 2 seasons. So like the next year, when I got older, they started rerunning it, and it was called Saturday Supercade.
Yeah, Saturday Supercade.
Right.
That's what I'm in the same boat as you.
Oh, okay, cool. So you've heard of it. So
Yeah.
like, so it was before I was born. I was born, but it had some stuff on there that I didn't know was an actual like cartoon. Like they had, Cuber,
Yeah.
which I didn't know. Out of all things, like why Cuber? I don't know. Maybe it's a different time, but I was I was like, just Cuber. There was actually Donkey Kong Jr. That's what I was probably thinking about because I remember Donkey Kong Jr. cartoon.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that was what I was talking about. But like, yeah, Supercade was the stuff. Damn, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch some of these. I think I'm going to hit. I don't know. I think I might hit Captain N and the Game Master and Double Dragon.
Yeah,
because I missed that. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, you introduced me to some today. I got to go back. I got to watch Battletoads. I got to watch Double Dragon. I got to watch Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
I got to
definitely watch Double Dragon.
Oh yeah,
you can find them all on YouTube, by the way. So it's not,
yeah,
they're all there. If anything, they're not. I don't know if you can find any that have been upgraded to HD or not. But,
right.
Hey, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it'll be good enough to binge.
Right there, you go. You can find a whole playlist. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, this was fun. I'm glad we got to do this one. I think the next one, I don't know what we'll do in the next one. We'll figure out. But I love going through this because this is definitely part of my gaming childhood. Just watching all these gaming cartoons. This was like the greatest thing ever. Yes. I would love to. I think what we ought to do one day. And you either my Discord, you're my Discord or your Discord. I might do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll probably throw up some of the old gaming TV shows just to put in there and just watch. Nice. I just love those things. So we'll have to check it out. But guys, that's us for today. Let us know what you guys think. What was your favorite cartoon for a video game? Is there some we missed or some that you wanted to bring in the comments? Let us know what were your favorites.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely do something like this again because there's a whole other genre like movies, video game movies, all that good stuff. So yeah, let us know in the comments what your favorite games were, and we will catch you again next time. I am Rain.
I'm Matty T.
And we are out of here on the next adventure. Peace.
See you next time.